This is the screencast for section 3.4, example 2, expanding the logarithm of a product. So now that we have learned a couple of our properties of logarithms, we can use them to expand and actually condense, which you'll see in a little while, expressions of logarithms. And this tool can be used to eventually solve logarithmic equations. You won't see that just yet, but you will. Assuming x and y are positive, use properties of logarithms to write the log of 8 times x times y to the fourth as a sum of logarithms or multiple of logarithms. So I'm going to write out that original expression first. Log of 8xy to the fourth. The directions say to write this as a sum of logarithms. Okay, so that's no problem. I separate the addition into the sum of several logs, or multiples of logarithms. So we would be able to bring this 4 down as a multiple in front of the, or a multiplier in front of the log. Now I can't bring down the 4 yet. If I bring the 4 down now, that 4 would apply to every single thing in the parentheses, but it really only applies to the y. So I have to separate the 8, the x, and the y first before I take the 4 as an exponent and move it as a coefficient of the log. So my expansion into a sum of logs will be the log of 8 plus the log of x plus the log of y to the fourth. So each multiplier gets its own log, and now the exponent of 4 can go in front, log of 8 plus log of x plus 4 log of y. Now that is a sum of logarithms or multiples. Here's our multiple of logarithm. The now try problem number 1 says assuming x and y are positive, because remember we can't take logs of negatives, use properties of logarithms to write the expression as a sum or difference of logarithms or multiples of logarithms. So in this case we have the natural log of 8 times x. I can rewrite that as the natural log of 8 plus the natural log of x. Now some of you might also be asking this about the previous problem. Isn't 8 2 to the third? Sure. Which means then that I can have 3 natural log of 2 plus the natural log of x. Either the first expression here or the last expression are acceptable. So I could go back and do that with example 2. I could change the log of 8 to the log of 2 to the third, and then put the 3 out as a multiple of that log.